Do you often find yourself in situations where insults leave you searching for the perfect response? Well, today, I've got powerful comebacks that'll make them think twice before insulting you again. Tip 1. The unexpected agreement. Let's start with a comeback strategy called the unexpected agreement. It's a subtle yet effective way to take away the power from someone's insult. Picture this. If someone calls you clumsy, instead of getting defensive, try this. Yeah, I know. I like to keep people on their toes. Tip 2. Philosophical reflection. Now, here's a more philosophical approach, reserved for those feeling a bit more confident. When someone throws an insult your way, try this. I wonder why people are so quick to judge instead of looking at themselves first. The trick here? Don't directly address them or say, "Hey, I wonder why you're so quick to judge." Instead, leave it as an abstract question. Let them realize you're talking about them. Trust me, they'll stand there confused, not knowing what to say. So, the next time insults come your way, remember these transformative comebacks. Take back your power and leave them thinking twice before throwing another insult. Stay strong, stay confident, empower your responses, and own the conversation. Until next time, rock those comebacks and stay unfazed by negativity.
God takes the souls of the dead and damned, runs the dead through camp grinders, and tosses the damned into a blast furnace. Those cancer-like souls of the sinful are cut into sections and rolled into sheets, forming the housing which hold all suffering. Hair goblins work day in and out, patching tanks as the metal screams. Eyes bubble from the beads, soon swell shut and blistered. Metal monsters, brass butchers, and the slave races trample on scale-packed roads. Men cough red and brown gunk in oil and steam pits. Those newly created souls burrow through the coke and lime, flushed out by flesh rats and bloodhounds.
I am a human being!
Brothers and sisters, the endless catalogue of bestial atrocities which will inevitably ensue from this appalling act must, can, and will be terminated. The forces of darkness and the treasonable maggots who collaborate with them must, can, and will be wiped from the face of the earth. We must crush them. We must smash them. We must stamp them out.
If you want a vision of the future, Winston, imagine boot stamping on a human face forever.
Newton, see, red. There is nothing.
Just a friendly reminder that you didn't fix a goddamn thing, but you did ruin everybody's everything. Don't get all self-righteous, man. You may have won the battle, you may win the war. You done fucking lost, man. You done lost the best thing you was ever gonna get. You done lost any chance of a future with your kids. Shit, you done lost any chance of having kids with a fucking future. Congratulations, Stockholm. Of course they fucking sided with you. Took their father away. What were they gonna do? try to be idle.
Divination is older than human civilization. For as long as mankind has gazed in wonder at the heavens and inquired at the laws behind that celestial choreography, the natural world has been filled alive with signs, portents, omens, and auguries.
We live in secular times, and yet this spiritual instinct in people endures. We demand a sense of the sacred in our lives. Many people sense a need for meaning which our materialist social and cultural narratives fail to adequately answer. Tarot reading is a space where we can switch this story, even if just briefly. Our oracle is timeless, ancient, mythic. You are the hero of this tale. Your quest is to transform the leaden base of your uncertain, mundane anxieties into the golden crown of your spiritual sovereignty. In layman's terms, to unravel your problems and spin them back into solutions.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest one of all?
Our society is in the process of breaking down all around us, and signs of its impending collapse are everywhere. Have you noticed that nowadays people don't treat one another with the same level of respect and civility that they once did? Americans are constantly fighting with each other, and these days it feels like most people can't solve anything through dialogue and empathy, and this should greatly alarm all of us. The worsening polarization across our nation can be a contributing factor, but recently even those that are supposedly on the same side are treating each other with extreme contempt. Conservatives are fighting with conservatives, liberals are fighting with liberals, Christians are fighting with Christians, and we're also seeing families break up all over the place. Hearts are growing so cold, and all of the conflict and discord that we are witnessing right now is leaving us wondering about what things will be like when economic conditions in this nation start falling apart in the months ahead. And that's what we're going to discuss in today's video. But before moving on, we kindly ask you to support our work with a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. We've never been more detached from one another than we are right now. Our society is getting more and more divided, and maybe this is why we have so much anger and hatred growing all around our nation. At this point, it seems like a large portion of our population doesn't possess even the most basic level of sympathy and compassion for their fellow citizens, and that has frightening implications for the future of America. Given that we have become disturbingly disconnected from each other, we tend to focus on what's happening inside our social bubble and forget the narratives others are living. But when we take a step back and take a deeper look at our current situation, the extent to which our society has already deteriorated is quite shocking. There is so much rage and indignation in the air right now, and we're most certainly seeing this being reflected in the rates of severe delinquencies and offenses being recorded at this moment. For instance, CNBC reports that burglaries in San Francisco are up by 42% over the past year. In the Northern District, which includes Pacific Heights, the Marina, North Beach, and Cal Marlow, it's up 59%. In the Mission, 79%, and in the Richmond, up 50%. People in the city's northern neighborhoods like North Beach, Russian Hill, and Pacific Heights say they're experiencing break-ins daily. In the last 2 quarters of 2022, there have been 5,118 burglaries in the city, and surveillance cameras have caught many of these thieves over the last couple of months. In some neighborhoods, the same offenders are returning multiple times, and things have gotten so extreme that one local resident recently admitted that she is in a constant state of alarm. Thieves are returning to the same homes and neighborhoods within the same week, sometimes only 1 day apart, the report says. It's a big wave of transgression right now, so many home burglaries. This is scary. I cannot sleep at night anymore, said resident Erna Gorb. Another local named Alex Miller says that thieves broke into her house and stole the presents her family and friends had given her to congratulate her on her wedding. We were supposed to get married in April, postponed until next year. We had a lot of wedding gifts in there, and they got stolen. It was a lot of miscellaneous things and sporting equipment, Miller said. Many other San Francisco residents have shared similar stories of thieves breaking into their garages or homes and stealing expensive bicycles, scooters, and whatever they can get their hands on. One thing most of them also have in common is the fact that they haven't seen security being boosted by local authorities, despite the rise in such unlawful acts. It's hard to imagine what it must be like lying in bed wondering if this will be the night when the burglars will return again, or just not knowing if your belongings will be there when you wake up the next morning. On top of widespread cases of home invasions, San Francisco's businesses are also recording mass break-ins. Security footage from a Pacific Heights food market a week and a half ago shows a suspect seen setting up a blowtorch on the store's glass. When it doesn't budge, he comes back and tries throwing a plant at the break-in, the report highlights. The lawlessness piece of it is disturbing, Miller added. Some people have seen second break-ins just recently, and it's just unacceptable. We need to see some actions and not just words, Corp stressed. Unfortunately, we're seeing similar scenes play out all around the United States night and day, and nothing really changes. With rampant unemployment and a fast declining economy, it's safe to say that this is only going to get worse in the coming months. On the East Coast, things are no different. Official numbers show that New York City has also seen a 42% rise in burglaries in the past 12 months, and the number of outrageous wrongdoings that has resulted in fatalities has risen by a staggering 91% over that same span. No wonder why approximately 299,557 people have already moved out of the city in search of a safer place to live in 2022, according to data from the U.S. Census. Currently, extremely wicked acts continue to occur in our major cities, and such incidents are happening so frequently that they barely make a blip in the news. In Chicago, public hospitals report that 50% of victims arriving with severe injuries caused by immoral offenders are children under the age of 10, and about 37% of them lose their lives in a hospital bed. Is this what America has become? Have we become a place where the lives of children under the age of 10 are at risk? How can parents raise their kids safely in such chaotic environments? What's even sadder is the fact that many children out there are also victims of their own parents. For example, due to the worst addiction crisis this country has ever seen, many babies are addicted to illegal substances from the moment they're born. In fact, in the city of Baltimore, approximately 1 out of every 4 babies is born dependent on opioids. Doctors at Mount Washington Pediatric pediatric hospitals say babies born with neonatal abstinence syndrome, a set of conditions caused by withdrawal from exposure to illegal substances, now account for 25% of the hospital's admissions. That's so wrong on so many levels, and it means that the future of many of these babies is taken from them before they even have the opportunity to know the world. Evil seems to be spreading out of control in this nation. Not even those who are meant to protect us are truly safe. New reports also detail that law enforcement agents are under constant attack. According to a press release from the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division just a couple of weeks ago, 2 agents were ambushed and attacked by vicious predators that pretended to be victims of a domestic fight. The officers were responding to a domestic violence call when they were surprised by a group that stole their self-defense weapons and used them against the agents. The case left their families in shock and deeply traumatized. This should scare us all. Not even the people who are trained and possess the tools to defend others and themselves are immune from the wave of hostility that is gripping our society. The institutions that we all take for granted on a daily basis are being dismantled by malicious perpetrators that are infiltrating our major cities. Our moral values have been relegated to the fringes of society, and so we should not be surprised that our communities are now literally coming apart at the seams right before our eyes. One recent Gallup poll asked the question, how would you rate the overall state of moral values in this country today? As excellent, good, only fair, or poor? And the results were troubling. Almost half, 49% of Americans responded that the United States' moral values are poor. Just 14% called them excellent or good. And most Americans do not feel like we are moving in the right direction either. When asked if U.S. moral values are getting better or worse, respondents have been consistently and overwhelmingly negative since the poll began, and this year was no different. Some 77% of us feel that American morals are on the decline, while just 18% say they're getting better. But if you think what we have experienced so far is unnerving, just wait until the ongoing economic downturn accelerates even further. Chaos, savagery, and disorder on our streets has become the norm, and we're living in a society where hate is dictating the acts of many. However, we must also face the fact that millions of people have rejected the simple values that once united our nation, and so our society will continue to melt down in plain sight as we plunge into a deeply uncertain future.
he's in the mood to do something different.
Driving them to deeper and darker
Shit. Well, Chris was supposed to be on and he's not here, so I'm gonna run some more bullshit until he gets here and fucking hold fast, I guess.
It wouldn't give us. There it is. One more, guys. One more. Thank you for the follows, guys. Y'all are amazing this morning. Anime, thank you for the roses. Rig, we already have. ENG. No. We'll scramble the letters a little bit, see if that helps. IRE, we already have. Rig, we already have.
Can I get a tall chai?
Large black coffee.
A what?
Large black coffee.
Do you mean a venti?
No, I mean large.
He means a venti. Yeah, the biggest one you got. Venti is large.
No, venti is 20. Large is large. In fact, tall is large, and grande is Spanish for large. Venti's the only one that doesn't mean large. It's also the only one that's Italian. Congratulations, you're stupid in 3 languages.
I've never seen so many people starting to question their reality. Do I know exactly what we live on? No, I don't. What do I know? Well, I know that they're lying to us.
Everything you told is completely against what you experience.
Everything is ass backwards. Think about it. Everything. But you just believe that. Because you're just submitting to it. You're just consenting to everything that they do, so they just keep doing it.
They just keep doing it. I tell people we don't need to be Muslim. You know?
We need to be able to
just loud and outspoken. Speak up.
What it's hard to say, it's only when we lose everything.
So on the far side, that means the brain is a chemical machine too. How can we connect that microscopic puzzle with our conscious minds? One obvious fact is that sometimes we're awake, sometimes we're asleep. For sleeping and waking, it's very interesting. The switches have now been located here.
It's almost everything.
I like my coffee dark.
Nah, dumbass, you're supposed to say I like my violence like I like my whiskey. Domestic.
I have.
Yep, that's about it. That's what I got. I'll drop the link. I got you, brother. Maybe. It's gonna be all stupid. Here we go. I've got some company doing a project downstairs in the shop. I'm gonna go check on everybody, make sure all their fingers, toes are still there, and I will be right back in with you, man. Go ahead and pick up wherever you want, dude. Pick a topic and let's roll. We can do Q&A, but I doubt there's going to be any viewers. It's on my channel, and I don't think there's even 50 subs on this channel. Nobody watches this shit, so. But I will return. Still no Christopher. Still no Christopher. Still no Christopher.
So let me just make some clarifications. There is a difference between the UCCC, which is this, and the UCC, which is this. And this, where it speaks on the financing of automobiles by a bank, was not a consumer loan transaction and acted illegally by taking security in addition to the purchased automobile, is from here. You are not finding information like this in a legal dictionary. I've never heard anybody talking about the UCCC, which is the Uniform Consumer Credit Code, versus the Uniform Commercial Code. And if you're paying attention, you can see it referenced all over the footnotes. The UCC and the UCCC have two completely different contexts. Those who get it are going to get it. You could even look up the case that's referenced. These books are hard to find, and this is where I get my information.
Fuck.
Pretty much everywhere, it's gonna be hot. Try that?
And I don't need a jacket.
It's gonna be hot.
Thanks, Arthur.
Jingo biloba. Abba.
All right. All right, that's enough of that shit. It is not letting me fucking add you. There we go. How we doing, brother man?
All right, what's up, Bleak?
Oh, nada. Just kicking back on a Thursday night, waiting for tomorrow so I can sacrifice some fucking kittens to Saturn, you know?
I'm having major echoing issues.
Let me mess with my settings here. There we go. That works.
Yeah, is that better?
Yeah, mine's not echoing.
I just heard myself say that. Now it's like a 2-minute delay. I got a big time delay on everything.
Yeah, you'll have to turn off the echo shit on your stuff.
Man.
So what have you been up to?
Same old shit, man. I'm not gonna be able to even talk, man, if I can't figure this out because it's yeah.
Why is it spitting back at you?
Yeah, but
do you have any headphones?
Yeah.
Yeah, throw some headphones on, it'll be fine.
Like 30 seconds later, man. Yeah. So then it's talking to it twice. Let me try that. Because
man. So Jason's been fucking smoking them down there in Texas.
yeah, but I'm meaning to give him
He's
a
just
call.
been fucking putting it to him like crazy. Audio any better?
Man, this is no better, and the camera's got a delay on it too. I wonder if I should jump out of here. And try.
Yeah, jump out and come back in, man. And before you come in, check all your audio settings. Make sure it's got all those little primo fucking features clicked. All that shit does give you a little bit of lag, but I mean, it's worth it. I'll run some in the meantime.
Okay.
Cheers.
I don't hold them all white. Hold them all white.
Well, there's that. But, guys, I gotta direct this all back to me for a second, okay? Look, a doctor jacked me off in his face, and the more I think about it, the less okay I am with it. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna reload it, Chris?
Yeah. Am I still on here? Yeah, I'm trying to.
Yeah, you haven't reloaded yet.
I don't even know how to jump out of here. How do I jump out?
You just refresh the screen. Hit F5.
Okay.
It'll put up a little prompt that says, "Are you sure you want to leave?"
It won't let me leave.
Ooh,
It won't let me
backgrounds.
leave. I tried I left accidentally so
It
many
will.
times.
Just close the tab and come back in.
Okay.
I don't know. It ought to be real simple. If nothing else, you could go into your browser settings and erase the cookies in the history. There we go. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. So, you know what the difference between a Cher and Kansas is, right? Nothing. They have something in common, though. Neither one of them's fucking sunny anymore. Waka waka. Just flew into town, and boy, am my arms tired. Yay. Come on. Oh, man. Bro, StreamYard sucks. Gage, your platform sucks.
We are all connected. And we are all one. Pretty much everywhere, it's gonna be hot. Try that?
Then I don't need a
That's why the Nazis were studying mind control. What the Nazis had settled on for mind control was that the person first needed to be malnourished. The second thing was they needed to have heavy metals. Aluminum was their one choice at that time, deposited into their bodies. The third thing that they needed was to have negative stimulus, punishment if you don't do what we tell you to do. And then the fourth thing, repeat messaging. When you do those four things, what you create is a person who is now willing to suggestibility and willing to be controlled in their mind. In 1945, Alan Dulles brings 1,600 Nazi scientists into the United States. Paperclip. He clears all their records, makes sure they avoid getting involved in the Nuremberg trials. All of them certainly would have been sentenced to death. He brought them into the United States, put them in our government, and gave them unlimited funding because he loved what they were doing with mind control. These scientists brought all the Nazi science into the United States. And so now you have rollout of the Nazi agenda in the United States and then starting to go globally because everybody is taking what the United States is doing as the way of the future. Those repeated messages that the Nazis were doing, those became commercials.
Yep. It is clear who the actual winner of World War II was, and it was not certainly the Allies or humanity for that fucking matter. All right. You ready to rock on this?
I'm hearing everything you say twice. Like right after you say it, it says it again.
I
guess
I don't know, brother. I don't have a headset. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be echoing. I don't know. Amanda does this a lot too. She'll pop into a stream and be like, "I don't know how to use the interface," and I'm like, "Oh, that's fucking fantastic. I can't mess with it for you, man. You got to go through the settings and change something. Maybe select your headphones. Maybe it's still on your speaker. You know what I mean?" And look at this fucking wall. It's crazy. This shit's crazy. Fucking. Nuts, man. Home. Thanks, Sarah. It looks like a fucking a Foot Clan hangout from the Ninja Turtles or some shit. You know? Fucking graffiti everywhere. Skating around town with fucking attack dogs. Fucking life sucks, dude. Is it working yet? Hello.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. Man, I never heard it do it like this. It's like 30 seconds and it repeats everything back.
Yeah, I don't know, brother.
Try it on my mobile device because I never did use it
I
on
don't know.
the. Sorry, man. Let me try it. I'm gonna hop out again and
All right.
Has made me who I am today. Failure gives you two choices. You stay down or you get up. Well, I'm up and I am fired up because I have figured it out.
You're singing live. You. Sorry, man. Oh, it's cut out.
Well, here we go again. Get up. A little something for your ear hole. Get up. Tearing a part of my soul again. Get up. Disturbed in the house, we're dropping the plates. You said it couldn't be done to me that.
Okay, but the defendant isn't here.
Well, I believe there's a mistake. I was led to believe somebody here believes I made a claim to that name, so when can I speak to the claimant? Who's claiming I made a claim to that name?
What are you talking about?
Well, I came to the Soapman court for this.
Along with that order, he needs the one finding. Okay, I can do that. Okay. So you're a witness for the person, you're not actually the named defendant?
Well, I was led to believe the name belongs to the United States. The United States is the owner of that name.
Well, if that person isn't here, they'll be found committed for failing to appear.
Failing to appear?
Mm-hmm.
Who's claiming that?
If that person isn't here and no order is entered on their behalf and they're not presented at contested hearing, then they will be found committed for failing to appear.
How can a name answer to you?
So what you're saying is you'd like to contest?
Well, I'm just a witness. I believe there's a mistake. I believe somebody here believes I made a claim to that name. And I came so you guys to correct this mistake.
Does he need to sign the committed one?
I think so.
Okay. All right. Okay. So signing off where it says defendant. We just need both orders together.
for that name. I came here to give first-hand testimony. And I believe somebody here believes I made a claim to that name. So when can I speak to that claimant?
Well, if they're not here, they can't consent to go to contested hearing, so you won't be called as a witness.
Well, I've been known to use that name.
You have, so you
Yeah.
are the defendant.
How can I be a name? Are you the claimant or who's the claimant?
Or you have the claimant. I represent the plaintiff.
You represent.
City of Spokane.
You represent the plaintiff, right? When's the last time you spoke to the plaintiff?
She's speaking to me right now.
Well, when was the last time you spoke to the claimant? Somebody's claiming something, right? Is somebody claiming that there's a controversy in concern to that name?
Okay, so that person will just be marked as failing to appear.
Did I just give you first-hand knowledge that I've been known to use that name?
You can either talk to me,
Well,
and we can work out a deal.
How can I be a name or how can I own a name? Can you explain that to me?
Okay,
Please.
we'll save you for the end.
Sure.
Okay. So it looks like you were given a citation for expired meter.
You mean the name was charged, right?
So was there anything wrong with the meter?
You mean the name? You were talking about the name? Or are you talking about me?
Let's skip ahead and talk about the meter. Was there something wrong with it?
Well, I want to ask you, do you have any first-hand knowledge that I am that name? I mean, I believe there's a mistake. I came to the court here because I was led to believe that somebody here, there's somebody claiming that I made a claim on that name. So I was wondering, how am I liable for that name? Who owns that name? Because I've been known to use it, but who owns it? How am I liable for that name? And I would like to deal with this matter honorably. Where's the proper notice? Where's the meeting of the minds? That I agreed with, the claimant that I am the name or that I own the name. I mean, if I can meet with the claimant, I'd be glad to. Where is he that he can give me first-hand knowledge?
So it looks like the citing officer cited a two-door Lexus with license plate 5, and that is registered to the person who was cited.
Okay, and who does the officer work for?
The City of Spokane.
Okay, that's who he claims he represents?
No, he does represent.
Okay, so is the City of Spokane the claimant? Where is the City
We're the
of
plaintiff.
Plaintiff, and who's the plaintiff? Is it the plaintiff the
Is
claimant?
the City of Spokane.
Okay, so the City of Spokane, is the City of Spokane claiming anything? That there's a controversy?
That the meter was expired in violation of the Spokane Municipal Code for the vehicle that is registered to Mr. Driver.
Okay, so do you have first-hand knowledge that the City of Spokane said this? Because
I didn't issue the citation, if that's what you're asking me.
I'm trying to understand who is making the claim, because obviously somebody is making a claim, right?
The City of Spokane, and
Okay.
I'm just here to prosecute that claim.
Okay, since the City of Spokane, and based on your testimony, is the claimant, when can I meet that claimant?
Right now.
Right now?
Mhm.
Are you the City of Spokane?
Yes. For the purposes of this case, yes.
So are you the City of Spokane, or you claim to represent the City of Spokane?
I prosecute for the City of Spokane.
So you represent the City of Spokane, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you claim to represent it. And now, when's the last time that you've spoken, that you got first-hand knowledge from the claimant, that the claimant told you that there's a controversy?
So we can keep doing this, which one way or the other.
I would love to deal with this matter honorably. I'm just asking for the proper notice. Where is the proper notice? Where's the meeting of the minds?
So meeting of the minds is a term that's used in contract law
Okay, so when did I make a contract with the City of Spokane?
when you parked on its streets.
Do you have first-hand knowledge that I parked there?
The vehicle that is registered to you was the one that was cited.
To me or to that name?
Um,
Because I was led to believe that name, the owner of that name, is the United States. Allegedly, I've been told that I am that name, but do I have any first-hand knowledge of it?
Here's the thing. So the problem with expired meter citations is that they issue so many of them that they don't take photographs. Photographs are inherently necessary in order for the city to prosecute these claims. So because I don't have that, I don't believe in the case, and I therefore have an ethical duty not to pursue.
So you believe this matter is settled then?
Yes. Yeah, if only I had pictures.
Well, could pictures be hearsay too?
Some pictures are hearsay. So
Unless
for example, diagrams, like something an expert might draw up, that could be considered hearsay.
Let me ask you this though.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say if you had a picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would the picture be able to give first-hand knowledge, first-hand testimony that that's what happened?
Yes. Because we have a local rule, IRLJ 3.3C.
So you believe a picture can talk?
Yes.
How is the picture be able to talk? Are you gonna put a picture to the witness then? You know what I'm getting with this?
I'm sorry?
You know what I'm getting with this?
Yeah, I understand. It's a little bit more nuanced. I mean, if it's something that you like talking about, I recommend law school.
But anyways, if you believe I offended you, please forgive me.
No, you're fine.
But I'm
You're
afraid to
fine.
go.
Yep. You is plural. Do you understand the charges that are being held against you? Charges being held, not necessarily made. And in every instance, as in the video here, our young friend would have potentially, even if he'd not gotten away with the taking ownership of that name, he would have got off on the fact that there was no claimant, there was no witness, there was no testimony. Everything that attorney says is hearsay. That bar member doesn't know anything. There are no facts in dispute before the court, period. Until you start opening your mouth or you decide to cop to that fucking name. You're there to provide firsthand testimony. I'm the surety for the named defendant. You know what I mean? The beneficiary is known. The beneficiary is present. The trustees are known, and it's time to get it going. Everything that fucking prosecutor says is hearsay. Trenzi versus Pagliaro. In Trenzi, they said, while the statements of counsel are enlightening, they don't rise to the level of preponderance of the evidence. They're hearsay statements. So either counsel needs to shut the fuck up or get sworn in of why our Dore or Dire, whatever. It's the judge knows the evidentiary rules, and he has to, because the judge only has two jobs. He determines the facts in accordance with the state's rules of evidence, then he applies the law to them as it comes to him. That's it. The thing that you're facing, if it's over an amount of $20, $21 or whatever, you have a right to a jury, and not a jury trial, but a trial by jury. Subtle differences are differences. Here we are. Howdy.
Hey man, I think I got it now.
Get her figured out.
I think so.
If we have to, we can drop this one and move over to Restream.
No, it seems to be working now.
Restream's fucking badass.
I
by
changed some of my
comparison to this bullshit.
I don't understand why it wouldn't work on the computer, because I got internet on it now, so it's not running off the hotspot. So
right.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell the problem is with it. But it wasn't just the audio either. It was a delay in the video too, which was a new one on me. Yeah, that was a new one on me.
Yeah, I don't really know what that probably was. It had to have just been something malfunctioning on fucking on their end or some shit. I don't know. I wanted to show you a thing I started working on. It's been a blast, dude. It's been a fucking blast.
That wall looks cool, man. I'm trying to see it bigger. I'm looking at it the size of a postage stamp.
Oh, there's just a bunch of bullshit up there. There's a dick butt and some fucking Saturns and more Saturns and more Saturns. A lot of Saturns. There's some Saturn up there. Saturn going on.
Saturn.
Look at this shit. It's dirty as fuck. It's dirty as fuck right now. But look what I'm making. 3-person chess. It's dope as fuck, man.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, I'm hand carving the pieces and shit. King, little guy.
Well, they take the pressure off having the menage a trois.
Oh no. Well, that wasn't so bad. Those two fellas treated me pretty nice. Little bishop, with a little cross in his head. Bap, bap, bap. I'm just gonna make a minimalist looking. I don't really know exactly what I'm gonna do, but I know I'm gonna do it for Satan.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Staunton style is the most common type of piece.
What's that?
The most recognized piece is the Staunton style.
The Staunton style, and that's the one with the conical fish head hats for the bishop. Yep.
The bishop look like this. More or less.
Yeah, you've got all kinds of fucking crazy shit, huh?
That's
for
King. Yeah, I got a few different sets.
Yeah, I should have to.
Yeah, I like that board, man. That's neat.
Thank you. It just happened to work out that way. I made this fucking a hexagonal table. You know what I mean? When Sarah left, and it sat here for fucking 3 years with drugs on it. So now there's drugs and chess pieces on it. Barkley, shut up! I'll beat you to death. My dog is fucking retarded, dude.
Yeah, I was Barkley.
So I've been downstairs trying to turn some of these things on a bead lathe, like a pin lathe. And man, that shit is challenging, dude. Shut up. One sec, I gotta straighten my dog. All right. So I was just watching this thing. I don't know if you caught any of that while you were offline. I was watching this thing where a dude is kind of shaking the whole name game that they play with you, trying to get you to fucking become you, the all caps or whatever, trying to come to the place to be the, basically the principal. When that charge is being held against the person, as opposed to
not the principal. I think it's all they're trying to get you to be the trustee.
Right. Well, the name defendant or whatever is that's the person that hooked for all the fucking bonds too. As soon as you take that you if you fuck around and take that you, it's you and the all caps, the ends legis or whatever.
Right.
Walks like a duck, quacks like a duck.
That's what they're trying to do is when you answer to you, I think what the game is that you is plural. So you're acting as the corporate fiction and the authorized representative. That sound about right?
Right.
Because you is plural. Because
no, it's not.
Properly said, it would be thou, right? There was just say, how does thou plead? Or
how does thou plead?
It would be thou, right? How does thou plead?
Oh, it would be in their little Elizabethan fucking language thing.
Well, that's the substitute for you, I think, because I've been trying to find one that stopped saying you so much, But
We'll
and
get
I think that's it, thou. But that's why they get you. Where the proper word, it sounds pretentious, and nobody wants to use it.
Okay. Okay. For this stuff, I'm on the phone. We're trying. Dodge the fucking the nom de guerre, the name of war, the summons, things like that.
Yeah.
You were talking about that, the 101 things. You want to get on that?
No, I don't want to. I don't want to let that one out just yet.
Maybe we should do a few of them.
Yeah, because
Form 56 is a good one.
Out of that, I'm gonna make a book out of that. If you
The
want,
56X or 56F is a good one. The IRS Form 56 is a fiduciary form that you can fill out and hand into the court. If it's not signed and turned into the IRS within 3 days, this triggers an automatic investigation. It's a nice little thing to know. Brady list as well.
Yeah,
Brady
I got the Brady list on there. I just don't want to. I don't want to put the idea out there, man, because somebody might steal.
Oh, there's already if you Google it on YouTube, it starts with 26 ways to get a court case thrown out, and then Derek did a 60 ways, and there's 100 ways out there. They've gone nuts with this thought, but it won't be the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's the videos, right? It's all videos. But if you want to collaborate with me on that, man, I'm down, because I think it's doable.
Right.
Like 2 pages on each one on each idea.
Yeah,
I'm not sure about that one. The Form 56.
It's great. I mean, anything that you have the IRS investigate, anything that you report to the IRS can be done in a fashion where not only do you get a finder's fee, but this is something that you can then FOIA the results of their investigation, anything that they try them for, anything that they find them guilty of or whatever, anything violative. You now have access to all that shit through a simple fucking FOIA request. And then this is admissible, empirical, self-authenticating evidence. It can't be refuted. It can't be rebutted. It's stare decisis. It's been decided. You know what I mean? Like
stare decisis, yeah.
Yeah. So this is how this works. That's why you want to involve things like the IRS or FinCEN, FINRA, things like this. Take the workload off your back, man.
Yeah. Well, the main actor that was causing me a lot of grief died, so that kind of resolved itself.
Which one? Oh yeah, that's right.
That so-called judge.
Yeah, you're pretty happy about that, right?
Yeah. I'm not grieving. Let me tell you that.
No, I get it. I have a quick video you should watch with me. It
just goes to show that it's coming from the court. How the hell can I try to address something when the impartial trier of fact is the one behind the scenes bringing the problems to me.
Right.
And then since she died too, I haven't heard a peep out of any of them. They're all trying to fade into the background, like, oh, we didn't do it.
Yeah. Here, I'm going to play something, man. I want you to see how this kid does, and let me know what you think of this little trick. It's
okay.
I think it's like 2-3 minutes max. It's a pretty neat little thing. It's still processing though. You can go ahead.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Oh no, you were saying something. It's still loading.
Oh, I didn't think I was. I said, yeah, it sounds good.
Okay, here we go.
Yes. I am here in regards to that matter, and I would like to state again, I do reserve my rights to my native jurisdiction. I would like to let it be known to the court, like I said in my last appearance, I have made full restitution, and because of the situation with my insurance, they did not cover it. I had to pay the full balance out of pocket. It was around $15,000, which has been paid in full. There have been no new law violations since the time I last appeared before this court when I originally accepted the plea. But yes, I did file a motion to withdraw my plea agreement, as I do not, it was filed under duress and without me being in competence of mind. And if I had the same competence of mind that I do now in that moment, I never would have accepted such plea. On top of that, I never actually signed it or read it. It was advised and acknowledged before me. I never actually signed any tangible documents, and I would say it was under the strong suggestion of the public attorney who was here at said time.
Are you recording this?
I am, yes.
You're not allowed to do that.
I am allowed to do that. 18 United States Code 1519.
Back and have the device taken.
So this court does have a record of my fee schedule. I do charge $10,000 if you choose to confiscate my property. I also charge $9,000 an hour for equitable court costs. And I'm telling you that you will be fined under 18 United States Code 1519, which states that whoever knowingly alters, destroys, mutilates, conceals, covers up, falsifies, or makes a false entry in any record, document, or tangible object with the intent to impede, obstruct, or influence the investigation or proper administration of any matter within the jurisdiction of any department, agency of the United States, or any case filed under Title 11, or in relation to or contemplation of any such matter or case shall be fined under this title or imprisoned for not more than 20 years or both. I am recording for the purposes of gathering evidence.
Mr. Holt, if you don't turn that device off in the next 5 seconds, the court's going to find you in direct contempt of court. If it finds you in direct contempt of court, you can be sentenced up to 6 months in jail, up to $500 fine.
And what is the court's claim for jurisdiction? As I said, I have a letter from the Department of Homeland Security which states that I am not a citizen of the United States. You have no jurisdiction. I am operating as the trustee of a foreign express trust which does not pass the court test of the United States once again. So what is this court's claim for jurisdiction?
Under the state's constitution.
That's not an answer.
Yes, it is. So the sheriff's going to be here in a few minutes, and if you want to turn that device off and put it on the table, that's fine. But if you don't turn that device off, I'm going to find you direct contempt. I'm going to sentence you on direct contempt, and the sheriff's going to take you over to the jail. And you tell me what you'd like to do, Mr. Holt.
Well, if that is what you would like to do, then we can move forward.
To turn the device off and put it on the
You're
table.
fired. You're a public servant. I take no orders from a public servant.
That's fine. The sheriff will be here in a few minutes.
I will also have you know that Colorado is a one-party state. I could have not told you at all that I was recording, as I don't need your consent.
Absolutely need my consent, and I'm not off giving you consent. Nobody has authority to record in this courtroom except for the court. We're going to need to reset this.
Well, as I would like to remain a free man, I'm not going to allow you to take me into jail. So I'm going to go ahead and leave. Once again, this court has...
By the sheriff as they're coming towards us, because they'll pick you up right out there in the hallway.
Well, I'm going to turn off my device, stop recording, and be finished with these proceedings. So you have a great day.
Did that guy go to jail afterwards? You'd have to ask T. Mika. They're full of shit. They lie about everything. So it's hard to say what happened there, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't have shut off my recording device till I was out in the parking lot and in the car, you know?
Well, that's what happened to Abraxas. He shut his shit off too early and they got him in the parking lot.
Yeah,
hit him
that's
with
the only thing
another
that'll stop 'em from
another
doing
summons.
something dirty.
Yeah.
But sometimes, you know, you
Man, this,
gotta. I went to jail for contempt. They arrested me in court.
on a civil or a criminal charge?
Oh, they didn't say. Well, criminal contempt. They said it was, but I wasn't doing anything disruptive or you know, obnoxious.
Well, you're talking about the Bills of Middlesex there against the safety, the something, and the something of the something.
Yeah, the tranquility of the, you know.
Yeah, it's against the peace, prosperity, and something of the people and or the law of the king. Yeah, but we don't have a king, so kind of rules that out.
There's two types of contempt. One's a punishment for you know, being unruly or something, but I would have to be under contract, you know, with them. But
Right.
And the other would, you know, be until something was done. You know, that if there was a valid order for me to do a specific act, and I didn't do it, so they'd jail me for contempt until I did.
Right.
But neither one of those, I got no paperwork on it, man. Of course, you know, I was in jail for 30 hours from that. But the reason she said that she did it is because I didn't get fingerprinted.
So, what do you think of the kids' use of the altering of a court documents or records? That was kind of a fresh way to look at it. Generally, that's something that gets thrown at the clerk and not the judge for threatening to hold him in contempt for recording. You know, that's first time I'd ever seen that used that way, and it seems to have worked. Now, am I saying that I couldn't sit down and doctor that on my fucking phone with free software from the App Store? Yeah, I could absolutely do that. So, I mean, it may be just as fake as everything else they're doing at Path to Freedom. It may not, you know. TV
But
can.
the thing is, why even be there? You know, if he's not drug in there in chains, then why did he show up there?
Right.
You know,
No,
why
I
not
get
challenge
that.
jurisdiction? You know, why not do it at arm's length? You know, put some papers in, send them certified mail, you know, and say, I'm not coming. I have no interest. You know, you have no jurisdiction.
Right.
You know, because what got him in there? Something that came in the mail?
That's where I'm at with it. These guys can basically suck my ass, dude. I'm not playing their stupid little fucking game anymore. I'm done. I'm gonna finish this shit with fucking go on about business. I don't fucking care. I just want these people to get popped for the fraud they're doing.
Yeah, report them, man. You make
Right.
You fill out a DO9
since I've already
on 'em?
run 2 videos like this where people are no, I haven't yet. I've already run 2 videos where the people are you know, using their little tactics to get out of court proceedings. So I was going to go ahead and keep in that spirit and run a couple more. I've got several more.
Yeah, okay.
Let me know when you're ready for another one.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, they're kind of long, but you know, fucking each ranging from 3 to 4 minutes or whatever. But that's really quick for all things considered. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll just say
So-
one thing before you put that on. You know, there's a
Absolutely.
million you know, things that you could do when you're in there, but it just it prolongs it because all they're ever gonna do is say, okay, well, we're gonna come back next month, you know. And I said
Right.
before, well, you know, unless you give me valid service of process, you know, and provide me with papers to show me you know, what is the cause of action, there's no reason for me to be here, you know. But they'll always just say, see you next month, see you next month.
Right. Right.
I
Right.
mean, the one
All right, here we
matter,
go.
I went there 18 times, man.
Right.
18 times, and nothing ever happened.
It's coming down. Oh shit! I was just coming up.
Because you're just ducking punches, dodging punches, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, and I mean that's what the bar grievances and shit like that are for, man. You can really fucking stick it to them real good if you know what you're doing, you know. All right, so on to round 3 here. This is going to be some dude whose last name is Ridinger, and the way he fucking tells the judge how it's pronounced and spelled or whatever is classy as fuck. It's one for the books.
I'm gonna need to take a break. Hi there, sir. Are you here?
Last one. Yep.
For an initial appearance? Oh, okay. It's in first appearance. First appearance. Okay.
Yep.
Hold on 1 second. And you, Mr. Is it Ridinger?
Writing
Ridinger.
Think writing her without the H.
Okay. Ridinger. So the allegation that you're here for tonight is disorderly conduct. And so to that charge, how do you plead, sir?
So I, Ryan James Ridinger, am before this court by special appearance only to challenge jurisdiction, as I see no evidence that this court has either the needed personal jurisdiction or subject matter jurisdiction. Without waiving any rights, remedies, or defenses ever, I am only appearing before this court because of force, threat, and duress. I am not waiving defects of service, nor am I submitting to the jurisdiction of the court or the police officers in this color of law action. I was also never given sufficient service of process by a qualified service processor, and who on the other side is claiming they have standing in this matter to grant the court subject matter jurisdiction to hear the case.
All right.
Because there's not a verified complaint.
So
There's nobody withstanding.
So at this point, sir, at the initial appearance, all I do is take an entry of a plea, and it sounds like, based on what you're saying, you essentially read an answer to the charge.
No, that wasn't an answer. That was just my introduction. So I declined to.
Stop you, sir. So I don't get into the facts and details of your claiming service and all of those issues. Is not what I do at the initial appearance. So the initial appearance is simply to enter plea of no contest,
Why would I?
or not guilty.
Why would I plead when I've seen zero evidence, no verified complaint? Why would I plead to that? I'm not going to plead to that. So hold on. I'm not done. I declined to plea. I declined to plea as there is no adversary. As the alleged plaintiff is a fictitious litigant and there exists no probable cause stated by a man or woman, nor is there a verified claim before the court from a man or woman claiming harm and damage due to the causation of anything I allegedly did or did not do. So there exists no litigant nor cause of action before this court to plead to. So I don't have to, there's nothing to plead to. There's no verified complaint. There's nobody withstanding that took an injury, nothing. So you're asking me to plead to something that there's no evidence of anything even on the record for.
Okay, so sir, I'll ask you one more time.
You don't have jurisdiction to hear this case.
What I will do is, since you're refusing to enter a plea.
No, I didn't refuse to enter a plea. I declined to plea as there is no adversary. Right? He's a prosecutor, but he has no personal knowledge of anything that happened that day. The city of Wauwatosa is a fictitious plaintiff.
That's not, thank you. This is a court of law.
I understand that. And you're violating my due process right now.
Enough. You are disrespecting me.
I'm not disrespecting
you. Are not listening
you.
to me, and you are cutting me off. I will enter a plea of not guilty.
Are you my attorney? Are you my attorney?
Okay, sir. I believe that your actions show contempt.
How are you my attorney? Yes or no?
Before I make that determination,
are you my attorney?
I want you to have
You can't plead for me.
an opportunity to explain yourself.
I just did. I declined to plea as there is no adversary.
Is a basis of contempt.
By what?
The comments that you're making is a basis for contempt.
What, defending myself and telling you that what you're doing is violating my right to due process? That's contempt?
So I'm going to go ahead and enter a finding of, excuse me, not a finding, that is misstatement. Enter a not guilty plea on your behalf.
You're not my attorney.
Because
are you my attorney?
You will then have an
are you my attorney?
To return.
You're not my attorney. How can you make a plea for me when you're not my attorney?
You are refusing to, sir?
I'm not refusing to. I'm declining to, as there's no adversary. There's no causation of anything I allegedly did or did not do.
If you do not appear, then a finding.
Are you my attorney? Can you answer my question?
You're done, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, notice how he turns his shit off early.
Yeah,
too.
why?
I fucking home.
A couple things that he did good, but a couple things that I think he should have done. you know, because he was making points, but sometimes if you don't say it the right way, you know, they mishear it on purpose, you know. And one thing, he called it a case. That's a mistake. It's not a case. And he didn't say that he wasn't there voluntarily, that he was only there under threat, duress, and coercion. I think he should have said that. And when he kept saying, "Are you my attorney?" he should have been saying, "You're practicing law from the bench, and I don't consent to any plea being put in on my behalf because I haven't been informed of the nature and cause of any action against me." And oh yeah, and he said he's challenging the court's personal jurisdiction. That would be the prosecutor with personal jurisdiction that attacked the prosecutor's standing. The court would be the subject matter jurisdiction. And,
Simulation of the legal process is a crime, though, man. You know what I mean? Like that judge is complicit in a crime, and he knows he's complicit in a crime. They've got plausible deniability until you fucking notice them of the shit on the record. At that point in time, man, you can turn to the bailiff, who's your TIF staff. He's your crier. You know what I mean? You tell that motherfucker to arrest the judge. Watch him do a little chicken dance while the judge keeps his fucking mouth shut, because he knows that anything he says is obstruction or intimidation, witness tampering.
Where's
You know
the
what I
pig?
mean?
You know, yeah. Where's the pig? Who's making the accusation? You know, there's no plaintiff. There, you know, it's a fictional
Right.
plaintiff. There's nobody there in the court saying they sustained an injury from him. You know, but you allow it to. They're always trying to roll forward, man. You know, you got to stop it at the very beginning. You know, for one thing, who's he even talking to? He hasn't identified them. Did he ask for their valid state issue driver license? He hasn't identified the players. Why is he even talking to them? You know,
Right. Well, and that's the thing. If you haven't been shown a charging instrument or whatever, you know, if you haven't been given a grand jury indictment, you haven't been showed a genuine charging instrument, there's no affidavit of probable cause, there's no fucking statement, declaration under the pains and penalties of perjury, there's no embossed and raised seal, there's no warrant, there's a rubber stamp on the warrant. Like, these things don't work. They don't work. That's what Jason is having a fucking heyday with them assholes in Texas. He's walking all over these cocksuckers. They convicted him of deadly force. You know what I mean? Threat of deadly force. Convicted him. And he's still out. I don't think he's going in, dude. I don't think he's going in. I think he's going to fucking end up wearing their socks, you know, because he's had enough. He's fucking had enough. Just like you've had enough and I've had enough, man. After a fashion, dude, like they're not going to be able to withstand and survive fucking 2 or 3 of us in a district. They're fucking not. This shit is over. It's held together by fucking shoestrings and fucking bubble gum, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he should have. You know, he didn't plead. That's good. You never want to plead, but I think he went about it the wrong way. That last guy, because he said he didn't plead because the plaintiff was a fictional entity, which is true, but I think the proper way to say that is that he hadn't been informed of the nature and cause of any action.
Well, the way this works is that's not a fucking, that goes against the confrontation clause, or your right to confrontation. I think it's the 7th or the 6th gives you the right to confront your accuser.
Yeah. Yep. Well, they're not there. I mean, if you sued me over a construction contract, and you got a date on there and everything, and I got service of process, and then when that day rolled around, if you didn't show up, it'd be a default judgment. They wouldn't say, "Oh, I don't know where Mr. Talbert is."
Right. But there's ways you can stop that. There's ways you can stop that. That was in that first video I showed, dude. Yeah, no, you can stop them from doing that. They don't have the right to deprive you of your substantive right to due process. You know, there's administrative due process and there's substantive due process. Huge fucking difference.
I knew how to hold them back, but I couldn't get them to end it. You know, they just keep rescheduling it. Because they trick you to get you in
that
there.
Violates your right to a speedy trial.
On the back of a napkin, they trick you in there the first time. You know, you respond to their phony letter in the mail, and then the bailiff will write a date on the back of a napkin or something, or they'll just tell
Yeah,
you.
but I mean,
you know?
you have a right. You have a right to a speedy trial. If that thing's not conducted within a reasonable amount of time, that's it, dude. It's all she wrote. And I can't remember, but I think it's 90 fucking days. You know,
Yeah, and a misdemeanor. I think it's 90
I mean,
days.
discovery is generally just a couple of weeks.
Yeah, they don't come up with the discovery either. You know, it's been I don't know, a year and a half, and I still hadn't gotten discovery. They still hadn't gotten
Tell
me
those
fingerprinted.
motherfuckers. Tell those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They're fucking notice them and sue those motherfuckers. They're hit them with the administrative process and hold your court through the mail with affidavits. That's the way to do it.
I went there 10 times, man, and the pig didn't show up any of those times. 2 times that so-called judge wasn't even there. You know, and they just keep trying to
Pig.
roll it.
Pig.
You know, we'll come back next
said
month. We'll come
pig.
back next month. But they were hell bent on
By
getting
pig,
those
you mean
fingers-
you mean Officer Smedley?
Yeah, and well,
Oh,
they couldn't
Officer
do anything
Smedley.
because I didn't plea, and they didn't get my fingerprints because they were trying to trick me into going and doing it voluntarily, going to get fingerprinted. And they give phony orders. It's not an order. It's not a fingerprinting order. It's not signed. You know. Or they'll have a fingerprint order signed at the top by the pig. You know, I'm not taking any orders from this clown. You know. And yes, I'm gonna need an order for that in writing. Oh, you got an order. It wasn't signed. And yeah, that recording. I had a recording from when they arrested me in contempt. But yeah, for not getting fingerprinted. I got that one video, man. It's pretty good. The content's really good. But it's a little scratchy because the thing was rustling in my pocket. And that was.
Yeah, I couldn't pull the audio out on that, man. I tried.
Oh
it-
no,
it
it's a
was
different
really,
one.
really
I put
bad.
it out as a video. It's called denied due process. You want to try it?
You want me to pull some up off of yours?
Yeah, if you want to try it, it's called denied due process.
Gotcha. One second, stand by.
I think this is the one where she said, "Oh, I would have the deputies take you to jail right now, but the weather's too bad, and I'm not going to have them risk their lives." I think that one was from February of 2023. Yeah, I'm gonna start coming out with some paperwork videos, Bleak. Are you there? You froze up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you are.
No, I muted out. I've got company, so I'm trying to mute out for the sake of the stream. Here, go ahead and run through what you want about that video. I'm gonna find it real quick.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's about all I said. She threatened. She said she was gonna have me arrested for contempt, but the weather was too bad, and I forget exactly how it went. think it's called denied due process. There's words on the thumbnail. Because it's just an audio.
I can't find it. Entry to the Star Chamber.
Oh, that one's funny. That's a real quick one. Denied entry to the Star Chamber.
Yeah, one sec.
Oh yeah, you got it. Okay.
Park, please. Wait.
Yeah, it's breaking up real bad. That's a picture of that shithole town I live in. I'm hearing this address. Hey, it's not playing it, huh, Blake? I retain all rights at all times. I'm here under threat, duress, and coercion. I'm not here voluntarily. I'm making a special appearance. I heard through the grapevine there was court tonight. I don't know what happened last month. I'm gonna need to keep proof of service. Blake. This court. I need a sign. Order then. Fingerprinting. I've
been denied due process. Some sort of ruler on a record of also people who have directly and have a chance to discriminate themselves. I'm here, no matter. For the record, I requested to see these warrants, several occasions. Today's, I have some things I'd like to say for the record. Come back on 27. Denial of due process.
Or did I just see Sasquatch?
Oh, Spider Mike, huh? Who was that fella? Who was Spider Mike? Chris. Hello.
I had the mic muted. Yeah, that was breaking up the whole time, man. I could only hear bits and pieces of it.
I was telling the people that I was sitting right next to that you weren't going to say a damn thing and that shit was going to be happening. Yeah, you got to tell me during the thing instead of after. You know what I mean? I can't
Yeah,
do anything about it.
I tried. I said something, and I put a I said something in the chat too. Did it sound fine to you?
I see it now. I see it now. When I've got it in full screen, because I'm sharing the screen, I can't very well see any of that. You know what I mean? At all. So I can only hear you. So you got to be like, hey, hey.
It was breaking up the whole time.
Right. Well, I could say what I just said, or yeah.
Yes, I don't know why it does that. Those other videos played fine.
Sorry about that. My shit's dying here.
Yeah, that video didn't play well. I don't know why.
At any rate,
But,
yeah, yeah, that's what you were saying, man. I caught that. I caught that. And again, you'll have to say something next time, or we'll just go through it afterwards a whole bunch of times. It's whatever. Here, let me go back to your page real quick.
Yeah, do you know why I did that, or?
I don't know why I didn't just click on the thumbnail.
Yeah, 'cause I thought I did pretty good in that one.
It's breaking up pretty bad. Which one do you want to watch now? Right.
That one,
Which one do you want to watch
would've been
now?
Good, man. That one would have been good if it wasn't breaking up. Do you know why I did that?
You want to watch it again? You want to watch it again?
Yeah, if it'll play right, if it'll play through right, yeah.
All right, it's loading.
Yeah, and that one I said, is there court tonight? I heard through the grapevine there's court. You know, because of their fucking phony service of process. Where you at, Bleak?
The shit is bugging out real bad, and it doesn't look like Chris is with us. I am going to burn. It's been a good one, guys. I'm having some hardware issues, so cheers. Go your good ways, brothers and sisters.